Rolling?
Yeah, where's your Sour Patch Kids?
Finished.
All right, it's David Cinelli here, a realtor with Royal LePage Signature. I'm with Natalie, my lovely and adoring wife, on her favorite day of the week, Stager's Corner. Yay! So we talked a couple of weeks ago about some of your bottlenecks currently in this COVID era. Mm-hmm. And one of them, probably the biggest one you have, is a lot of inventory, lack of inventory. There must be other bottlenecks you're having. What's another major issue or like kind of, I don't know, this bottleneck or issue that you're noticing that's kind of possibly holding you back?
Well, I think that one of the biggest things aside from inventory, and it probably plays into it, is lead times. So lead times for actual installations, lead times for consults and site visits, lead times for getting new furniture and new decor if we need it. They all play into each other. So I know for us right now, and probably many other stagers in the city, we are booking into July right now. So it's,
again, if we use this later on,
okay,
we just started June, so
yeah,
okay,
so
sure.
we're booking 5 weeks in advance right now.
That's better.
And it's a little bit challenging because that's not typical, and it hasn't been typical. So unless you're very far ahead of the curve, which is very difficult in real estate, because many times, you know, you're not going to get your house on the market until you purchase something, and then once you've purchased something, it's all hands on deck and you need it up right away. So we're in this kind of strange period right now where you really have to be pre-planned and pre-prepared in order to get a stager in. You know, I think that's just, you know, working with your realtor to give as much notice as possible, to know when you may need a stager. There's so many things to do that, you know, to lead up to the actual date of installation. You know, when you think back about all the things that you need to prepare, it does take a number of weeks. So when you're in that mode of thinking, that's the time to reach out and say, hey, can you get me on your schedule for X day? And chances are pretty good it can happen. But that's been a massive challenge, as we've had to say no so many times, and I hate doing it. Even this guy, sometimes he'll tell me and I'll be like, oh my God, we want it when? Like, I have no time. So then it's evenings and weekends for him with his own inventory.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We had a conversation the other day with our brokerage at Royal LePage Signature. We do this thing, it's called Leaders. So it's the upper echelon of our brokerage. We get together, we have these calls. We used to meet, you know, quarterly. It's a great thing our brokerage does. We can have and we kind of share ideas amongst the other top producers and figure out what happens. And then one of the things that we're like, well, so we did our presentations and all that we had to do. And then I was talking to another one of my friends, Matt Sloan, and he was talking about how he does, you know, so he has a stager and stuff too. And I asked him too, and I said, hey Matt, why don't you think about buying your own inventory? And he just said basically he doesn't have the time. And like, you know, it's not just buying the inventory to actually get somebody in there. I'm fortunate enough that since we started years ago, we kept buying and accumulating a lot of my own inventory, and, you know, swapping out that. But I still need her. Like, I can't do it. And that's the one thing that, you know, I have an advantage over somebody else. So the one thing I would say to the other people, other realtors, if you are looking to have your own inventory, you're going to have somebody who can style the inventory for you. It's not enough. That goes back to our last conversation we had. It's not enough just to put furniture into a property, and then you have to have somebody who has the right eye, have the right flow, mix in all the soft stuff. So it's a whole process. So yeah, like I even tell Natalie before putting in an offer, he said, hey, by the way, like we did last week, if this gets accepted, we have to be ready to go next week. What's our inventory looking like? Our conversations never used to be that way. It's like, it would have been like, hey, we just got a sale. Yes, okay. So we got a couple, like, what do we have in inventory? Like, oh, I can do this and that. And now it's not like that anymore.
No, it's impossible. If it wasn't COVID era, it would be hard, but not impossible. But given that it's COVID era, it's nearly impossible to just fly by the seat of your pants. Everything has to be really well thought out and well planned.
All right, so for your tip of the day then, if you're a realtor looking to get some staging, reach out sooner than later?
Like way sooner, like yesterday.
Yeah, okay. So if you guys are young realtors, or even if you're looking to sell your home and wanted to hire Natalie, you might want to reach out to her at
Spaces Tech Collective.
You forgot your own name?
I don't know.
So reach out to her sooner than later and seeing what her schedule is like, and then maybe work into it that way. And obviously, I'm David V. Cinelli _ Realtor. I don't know, whatever. You're watching this on my channel, so obviously you know where to find me. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again for that tip. Sooner than later.